Taylor Swift has been in 11 high-profile relationships before getting engaged to her fiancé, Travis Kelce. And if we're being honest, the ninth one was a bit strange. Anyways, please support us by liking and subscribing to our channel. Number 1. Joe Jonas. Taylor's first major public relationship was with Joe Jonas from the Jonas Brothers. They dated for a few months in 2008, and honestly, this breakup became iconic for all the wrong reasons. Taylor went on Ellen DeGeneres' show and casually mentioned that someone broke up with her over the phone in 25 seconds when she was 18. She didn't say his name, but everyone knew exactly who she was talking about. This breakup was so devastating to her that she managed to write Forever and Always about it and get it on her Fearless album before it dropped in November 2008. She also wrote Mr. Perfectly Fine, but that one didn't come out until 2021, which means she held on to that grudge for over a decade. Number 2. Lucas Till. Right after Joe Jonas, Taylor had a super brief thing with Lucas Till. He played her love interest in the You Belong With Me music video, and they had also worked together on Hannah Montana, the movie. Lucas actually confirmed they dated in an MTV interview. But he said it didn't work out because they were too nice to each other. Like, there was no passion or drama. They just really liked each other as friends. So that one fizzled out pretty quickly. Number 3. Taylor Lautner. This is the one everyone remembers, because they both share the same name. Taylor dated Taylor Lautner after they played love interests in the movie Valentine's Day. By October 2009, they were spotted on dates at hockey games and fancy dinners. Taylor even referenced him during her SNL monologue in November, singing about whether she was dating the werewolf from Twilight, then refusing to comment but blowing a kiss to the camera. It was actually really cute while it lasted. But they broke up in December, and apparently it was never that serious to begin with. Taylor later wrote Back to December about him, which is actually one of her rare apology songs where she admits she messed up. They're still friends to this day. Number 4. John Mayer. Okay, so this one was problematic and very disturbing. John Mayer literally tweeted in March 2009 that he wanted to collaborate with Taylor. At the time, she was only 18 years old and he was 32. They ended up working on a song called Half of My Heart together. And by December 2009, they were performing together and rumors were flying. They were spotted going to dinner in January 2010, but by February, they had already broken up. Taylor later wrote Dear John about this relationship, and the lyrics are honestly heartbreaking. She sings about being 19 and him being older and manipulative. When the song came out, John Mayer actually complained about it in interviews, saying it humiliated him. But maybe don't date teenagers then. Number 5. Jake Gyllenhaal. This is the relationship that gave us all too well, so it deserves its own moment. Taylor and Jake Gyllenhaal were set up by Gwyneth Paltrow at a dinner party. They were first spotted together in October 2010 at an SNL taping. The most significant moment from this relationship is the photos of them walking together in winter, with Jake wearing Taylor's scarf. That scarf would later become one of the most famous pieces of clothing in pop culture history thanks to All Too Well. But they broke up in December 2010, just after 2 months of dating. According to the song, things ended pretty badly. There are references to him not showing up to her 21st birthday party, being condescending about their age gap, and breaking her heart. Number 6. Connor Kennedy. After Jake, Taylor dated Connor Kennedy, who is literally part of the Kennedy family, like Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s son. They had this whirlwind summer romance in 2012, and they were spotted kissing in Hyannisport, Massachusetts. But by October, it was over. Taylor did an interview with Katie Couric around that time, where she talked about how hard it is to have a normal relationship when there's this abnormal magnifying glass on everything you do. She also admitted she didn't know that much about love, which honestly was pretty self-aware. Number 7. Harry Styles. This was back in the One Direction era. Fans first suspected something was going on when Taylor was spotted wearing Harry's iconic paper airplane necklace in November 2012. Then in December, they were photographed walking through Central Park Zoo together and kissing on New Year's Eve. But the relationship ended dramatically. They took a trip to the Virgin Islands in January 2013, and Taylor came back alone. There's this viral photo of her sitting on a boat in a blue dress, looking completely miserable, and that pretty much told the whole story. At the Grammys in February, Taylor performed We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together with a British accent, which everyone took as confirmation they'd broken up. She later wrote multiple songs about Harry, including Style, Out of the Woods, and possibly Blank Space. Number 8. Calvin Harris. Taylor's relationship with Calvin Harris was actually pretty public and seemed really happy for a while. They were introduced by Ellie Goulding at the Elle Style Awards in February 2015, and by March they were dating. Taylor even publicly kissed him at the Billboard Music Awards in May 2015. He posted a one-year anniversary cake on Instagram in 2016, confirming they'd been together since March 2015. But they broke up in May 2016, which is the same month Taylor met both Tom Hiddleston and Joe Alwyn at the Met Gala. The breakup got messy afterward, when there was drama about who wrote Calvin's song, This Is What You Came For. Number 9. Tom Hiddleston. This relationship was chaotic from the start. Taylor met Tom Hiddleston at the 2016 Met Gala, and there's even video of them having a dance-off while she was still with Calvin Harris. By June, just weeks after her breakup from Calvin, Taylor and Tom were photographed making out on rocks outside her Rhode Island mansion. Then things got weird fast. Tom wore an I Love TS tank top at her 4th of July party. They were meeting each other's parents, and it all felt very intense very quickly. The internet was convinced it was a PR stunt. But Tom later told GQ that the relationship was real, and Taylor was amazing. Either way, it ended by September 2016, after only 3 months. Number 10. Joe Alwyn. Now we're getting to Taylor's longest relationship. She started dating British actor Joe Alwyn in 2017, and this one was completely different from everything that came before. They kept things extremely private, like, we barely saw them together in public for 6 years. They were spotted at an Ed Sheeran concert in 2017. She snuck into the premiere of his movie The Favorite in 2018, and they attended a BAFTA party in 2019. That was basically it for public appearances. Joe even worked on some of Taylor's music under the pseudonym William Bowery. He co-wrote songs on Folklore and Evermore. And when Folklore won Album of the Year at the Grammys in 2021, he got an award for it. But in April 2023, after 6 years together, they broke up. Sources said it was amicable and not dramatic. But fans had already been suspicious when Joe didn't show up to any Eras Tour stops. Taylor later seemed to reference the breakup on her album, The Tortured Poets Department. Number 11. Matty Healy. This one was really controversial. Right after breaking up with Joe, Taylor was linked to Matty Healy from the 1975. In May 2023, Matty came to watch the Eras Tour in Nashville, and Taylor literally mouthed, "This one is about you. You know who you are. I love you," during a performance. 2 days earlier, Matty had said the exact same thing at one of his shows. They were spotted hanging out in New York at places like Casa Cipriani and Electric Lady Studios. The fans were not happy about this relationship because Matty had a history of problematic behavior and offensive comments. The relationship only lasted about a month. By early June, TMZ reported they'd broken up because they were not really compatible. Thank goodness, because the backlash was intense. Number 12. Travis Kelce. Finally, this is Taylor's current relationship with her future husband, Travis Kelce. This love story literally started with a friendship bracelet. In July 2023, Travis went to the Eras Tour and brought a bracelet with his phone number on it, hoping to give it to Taylor. When he couldn't meet her, he told the story on his podcast New Heights to shoot his shot publicly. It worked. By September 2023, Taylor was spotted at a Kansas City Chiefs game, sitting next to Travis's mom in the VIP box. Since then, she supported him at multiple games, including 2 Super Bowls, while he's flown around the world for her tour. In November 2024, during a show in Argentina, Taylor changed the lyrics to Karma to reference Travis, then ran into his arms and kissed him after the performance. It was the moment everyone knew this was Endgame. They've blended their families and friend groups, and they even hinted on his podcast that they live together. And then, on August 26, 2025, they announced their engagement with a joint Instagram post. They're getting married. Which was the most chaotic relationship for you? Let us know in the comments.